Hey guys, it's Tuesday and it's time for another Movie Monkey Review Day. This week I saw The Nut Job 2, and I actually really enjoyed this movie, which was super surprising. I came into this movie thinking it was gonna be just awful, just like another Smurfs incident where I go and it's Tuesday and the choices were The Nut Job or like a horror movie, which I'm not very into. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this Nut Job thing. It's gonna be, and in the bathroom I was like thinking like, you know what? I should just get in the frame of mind that I'm gonna enjoy this movie. That I'm gonna enjoy this movie because that's the movie that I chose and it's gonna be good. And like, sat down in the movie and there was nobody in the movie theater at all, like zero people. These like two little kids and their mom came in and I thought they were gonna go see The Nut Job. And there was gonna be like two little kids and this mom and me and like in this movie theater. No, they saw like Atomic Blonde. Like they were going to see a rated R movie. And like I'm sitting in this room and I'm watching The Nut Job, and the imagery in this movie is so like disturbing. Like there's a lot of like weird, disturbing imagery, like really intense, really weird, crazy stuff. Like just sort of just happens. Like it was like a magical ride through a very distinct world. Like it felt almost like how the people acted in the movie almost felt like Batman or something. It was so bizarre. I could like put this on a list to see again. Like really, let's get into that point. It was like super decent. Like the storyline it's a storyline that I like. It was really simple. Basically, like the lead female character is trying to say like living in a nut store isn't good because we're wild animals and we should be like experiencing life, which is like hit me on a personal level because that's like my experience in life. Like, why am I lounging about? Like, why do I want to lounge when I could be like doing what I'm meant to do, or doing something that has fulfillment instead of just like hanging out, which is awesome, right? It's a good moral stance to have in life. So she's like preaching this, where he's preaching like, let's just chill, we got all the nuts we ever wanted in here. And then like stuff happens and the freaking place blows up, like a explosion, like boom, like this huge explosion goes off because like the water boiler blew, and it blows up the whole place. And it's just like, so this is where it's just zany in my, it's really like its own world, because this happens and like it just happens, blows up, lights on fire. None of the other buildings even have any damage on it. It's just like that building blows up, lights on fire, it's gone. So they're gonna go live in the park. Well, the park's gonna get demolished because the mayor is like super fat and like loves killing animals. It's like really weird stereotype. And he's like thanks for giving me that bribe. Oh, I mean contribution. And he's like closing this big thing of money. He's like, and he's shoving it under his desk. And under his desk, there's like 15 overflowing suitcases of money. Because he's a corrupt mayor, obviously. And he's like tearing down the park to build an amusement park to like make a lot of money. So you know, everybody's gotta react to that, and they're reacting to that. And then like they're going out and they're trying to steal food, and they go to a French restaurant and steal some food, and it was like this weird. This is this French restaurant, and it's so weird. It's like an old school cartoon too. It's so weird. It's like they're really fancy, and this guy's like in a suit, and he's like, "Isn't this just lovely?" It's a made up food name, like I don't even know what he said. Something patois, pate, but it wasn't pate. It was like, I don't know, like caviar. Oh, this caviar pate. And then the girl is like, beautiful girl across from me. He's like, yeah, isn't it great? She's just like, yeah, it's the best, isn't it? It killed me. And like these, like, they get like, they steal the food, and like they're trying to get in, like the reaction's so fast, like everybody's trying to kill him. Like everybody's trying to kill these two guys, like the main character and it's like his buddy. And they're like running around, and like they're stealing a donut from this donut shop, and there's like 100 fucking police officers there, and they're shooting at them, and then they like run them down in this car. They're like running them down, and like all I could think of was that tire was gonna just touch one of those, like the little animals, and you're gonna get decapitated, like just die. They're gonna die. You keep putting them in these weird, like, you're gonna die situations. So like that happens a lot in this movie, and they're very Tom and Jerry-esque, where like they get out of it, but not Tom and Jerry-esque, like they get shot and like they're okay, but it's like death is a real like motivator. Like there's like some real situations they react really like strangely adequately for like the situations that they're in, which makes it really awkward when they're like gonna get bulldozered. Like little animals are gonna get bulldozered, and like the squirrel gets down on all fours and looks disturbed as a squirrel, and then like starts running, and then starts running like as a person, and they're really humanizing the animals, which makes it like super weird when they're gonna die. They're like straight up in situations where they could get killed, or really weird. This is really weird. Like one of them goes into a coma in the movie, like goes into a coma, and then the main character has a flashback to when he saved this character's life from a tornado or a hurricane or something. It's like a hurricane, and they show the main character as a little kid like saving this mouse's life, this little like kid squirrel like mouse, and I'm like looking at this, it's so weird. It's bizarrely like well shot. It's like it's a movie. I mean, there's no base in reality. It's just like this. It's just a really interesting thing to watch, I think. And like, this is a kids movie, so I'm just thinking about the like what they're being subjected to in this movie, like what's being shown. And I mean, the message is pretty like beaten in there. It's like, don't steal from people, and like don't be corrupt, and work together as a team, and you don't have to disassociate from society, and like this could be your society now, and for like a good, like it's a nice place to live in. But it's like a little kids movie, so it's like a really, I don't know, it's strange. Jackie Chan's in this movie as a little mouse, and I'm like, is that Jackie Chan? Like Jackie Chan isn't a linguist, you know? He's very like sounds like Jackie Chan, so like animating Jackie Chan is just like kind of awkward sometimes. They just wedge him in here as this mouse living in Chinatown, and that was like alienated and went from a peaceful mouse society where everything was super like peaceful and tranquil to this like hard life of living in the city because they got they got moved out of their location for a golf course. And like, there's a lot going on in this movie, and the movie really roped me together and like pulled a lot of pieces in. So I thought it was pretty stretched out there. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of references, but the references of the movie are at least brought up, like fleshed out to be a bit. And sometimes are really giving a lot of history to characters, and then like subtle things that are happening, like this dog, this like crazy dog that's living with this girl. Well, you find out that the girl is like a psychopath, like in Toy Story, and she's like ripping heads off of dolls and stuff and eating things and like subjecting the dog to make the dog do tricks for food, or like it won't get fed. Which is like this is like bizarre like issue with like how people treat animals. It was really brought out, I think, in a weird comical way. I don't know. And like there's like a scene where there's this song that she's like, I don't know, there's like really a lot of good things in this movie where it's weird, it's awkward to say that I really enjoyed it because I thought I was gonna hate it, but I really like it, and there are some really strange things that happen in this movie, so if you're, like, I enjoyed it. It might not be too suitable for all ages, maybe, just because it's like bizarre stuff happens, and then like really goofy stuff. Obviously it's like a little kids movie, so there's like, it's like all the zany stuff, but then the music shifts and like they really put some toning. Like it's the tone of the movie gets like really weird, like really poignant, and like they are gonna die, like all these animals are gonna die, and then like people are putting them in that situation, and then it like brings it out, and it's funny, and then it's strange again, and then it's like funny, and then like this person gonna die, and like what does that animal mean to this other animal, and like why do they care about each other, and then it really brings it out, and then like I'm emotionally connected to this like relationship like really quickly. So they're doing things that are like over the top, but I think it works with the flow of how the movie goes. Alright. That was my movie monkey rant of The Nut Job. And yeah, go see that movie. I didn't really reveal I don't know, too much, but I thought it was good.